Welcome to On the Way to School, your 6-minute daily boost for educators and administrators. I'm Christopher S. Dennis, and today, let's elevate our journey together. All right, party people, here we are again, back at it. Hopefully you are feeling good on the way to school this morning. You got out of the house on time, the kids, everybody, you just had the perfect start. Your traffic bubble's looking good. Your trains ran on time. Just wishing you all the best this morning. I have an interesting way I'm going to try to get through a topic today because I don't think I have enough time to do this in 6 minutes, but we're going to try. Today's topic is about professionalism and the elements that consist of professionalism. Now, this is not a Wikipedia version. This is professionalism in Chris's interpretation. And I want to cover 4 different components: attire, interaction, responsibility, and challenges. So I'll start with the challenges first. And I think when we think about professionalism, it does intersect with elements of our identity. And when you think about identity, I want you to give yourself permission to go beyond thinking about those famous 6 identifiers of race, gender, class, those things. I want you to think about family makeup, learning style, body type. I want you to think about citizenship. I want you to think about health, ability, all the different types of things that come together to form your identity. When we talk about professionalism, in many cases, we are asking people to right size who they are into a package that's palatable and digestible for people. So that comes down to things such as the Crown Act and the way people were able to wear their hair without feeling like they weren't considered professional. So I have locks. In some cultures, in some work cultures, that would be, frowned upon. And one thing about professionalism is that you should give yourself permission to step into who you are, the body that you're in, and allow those things to flow through you without compromise. Okay. Because you can't be a whole person if you are not giving yourself that opportunity to do so. So as I talk through these elements of professionalism, always keep in mind that there are challenges in every culture, every work culture, of the dynamic where we are trying to figure out, how do I show up into these places? And as much as I'm going to give you advice and recommendations on how to comport yourself as a professional, always keep in mind, are you editing or assimilating too far to where you are no longer who you are? And I do not suggest anybody continue to edit themselves to fit in a place that isn't actually making room for them. So let's move forward with the understanding that the who you are is fully welcome, but it's on you to take that light and step into it. Okay. So there are challenges, but you can give yourself the opportunity to step through them and you'll be brighter on the other side. So when it comes to attire, when I was a young admissions counselor back in the day, I worked at my alma mater, and I did not get this advice from anyone, I guess, in the the academic side of the house. I got this advice from someone on the maintenance and groundskeeping side of the house. His name was Jim Orchard. And he would tell me when he saw me, hey, put a tie on. And, I thought he was just heckling me because he wore a tie all the time. And I didn't understand exactly how he was kind of advising me. But once I put that tie on, I did change my mindset because I did feel better about myself. And that did mean something to me. So what is it in your wardrobe, your attire, that when you put it on, you feel great? Okay. Now, when I started over at Campbell Hall, my my boss, Julian, he told me, he's like, hey, you don't need that. Take that off. And it was a tie. And I haven't worn one in like 4 years. It's hilarious. But be who you are, but know that, the attire doesn't always make you who you are. But if you need it to give you a little boost, It is totally fine. Go for it. Dress up. Do not feel like you have to adjust if that's who you are. And if you're, unbuttoned, untucked shirt kind of person, as long as it fits, go for it. Go for it. Another layer of professionalism is interaction. Do you carry yourself in a way in your interactions that are professional? Are you able to maintain a level of discourse that's appropriate for the conversations that you have, that's appropriate for the level? It is really important that your interactions demonstrate professionalism as well, because it's not necessarily just the person you're speaking directly to. It's everybody who's watching you around you, because they may be thinking about, can I put this person in another situation and know how they're going to deliver? And those interactions that are observed are just as important as those interactions that are direct. And the last thing I wanted to really hit was responsibility. Professional responsibility, to me, is demonstrating the ability to implement and execute the functions of your role, but also rise to the occasion of things that are unpredictable. So if you show up in your full identity, knowing who you are and why you're there, and you've shown up in the attire that works for you so that you can continue to just live and be your vibrant self, and the interactions all line up, you'll be able to handle the responsibilities of your tasks, execute and implement the functions consistently. And on the occasion where things become unpredictable, you'll be able to put all the things together from your years of training and your years of experience and really help take your school to the place it needs to go in that moment. One of the things about being an administrator, or even if you're a dean, or if you're someone who usually has to uphold the tougher sides of some policy, the first couple of weeks of school aren't really for you. It's you don't have much to work with, because everybody's riding that high and the behavior is the best and there's nothing really going bump. But your time will come. So don't be frustrated about not feeling like you've got a task or you've got anything you can do, or feeling like you're not showing your skills and you want everybody to know that you're ready to go. You don't have to be in a hurry, because a part of your role requires you to be available and ready when your time of the year is the most urgent and the most critical. And that's when being responsible and being able to carry the space and carry the moment is the biggest. So again, really fast, if you wanted me to break that apart a little deeper, and, I don't know, maybe we'll spend a week on just professionalism in general and pull it apart a little deeper. But all in all, I just wanted to share a little bit with you today. And I hope you are crushing the rest of your week on the way to school. Take care, folks. Thanks for joining me on the way to school. Stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep making a difference. I'm Christopher S. Dennis. See you tomorrow.